So our main purpose is to do big symphonic works that are accompanied by orchestra. We always sing the Holiday Pops concerts. That's sort of a standard. You know, you can't have a Christmas concert without a choir. And then we usually do, generally we do another one in the fall and another one in the spring. It just depends on the programming in any given year. Sometimes Kirk, our maestro, Kirk Muskrat, programs other repertoire too. Even some a cappella things sometimes on certain concerts, or things with just a small group of instruments, or even piano. But primarily we sing big orchestral works, and that's why the chorus has 110 singers. We have people from a wide variety of walks of life: nurses, teachers, accountants, business people, lawyers, tradesmen, artists. It's really interesting, you know. But the one thing we have in common is this love of choral singing. And that's what brings us together every Tuesday night.
Yeah, I've been singing since I was a kid, and then, you know, you go to school, you're in the programs. If you go to high school, it's musical theater. Well, I remember when I first joined, everyone was saying, oh, you might make some new friends. And I remember the first night I came here, it was kind of like, I don't even care. I'm here for the music. I know that sounds weird, but it was just to be a part of this bigger thing, and I'm a big fan of harmony, so the more harmony I get to be a part of, the better.
Well, I've actually always wanted to be part of the Northwest Indiana Symphony Chorus. Music is part of my life, it's part of my soul, my whole family and everything, and so I've always wanted to be part of a chorus of this magnitude, and I've never had the opportunity to until now that I live close enough, and it's fabulous.
One nice thing that we've been able to do lately is when this orchestra doesn't need us for an extended period of time, we are able then to go off and sing with other orchestras in the area. And that's really a fun thing to do, and I feel that's kind of an honor, I think, that we're being asked to go perform with the Fort Wayne Philharmonic, for example. And it also gives us sometimes a chance to sing our repertoire more than once. You know, you put all this work into learning this piece, you know, whatever it is, for weeks and weeks, and then maybe you only perform it one time. But this gives us a chance to perform things more than once. The piece we're working on tonight, Carmina Burana, this wonderful piece by Carl Orff, we're going to do it with the Fort Wayne Philharmonic and with the Northwest Indiana Symphony, and then early in the fall we're going to do it with the new Philharmonic up in DuPage. So I think what's going to be interesting and sort of challenging and fun, actually, there's no way those two conductors are going to do this piece exactly the same. You know, they'll each have their own interpretation of it. And so we'll have to sort of, you know, make those adjustments. I'm sure their tempos will not be exactly the same. I'm sure their interpretation won't be exactly the same. And we're going to have to make quick adjustments from one to the other. But it's also kind of fun.
I was just talking to someone about this a couple weeks ago of how amazing we think it is that you can have 100 singers and then, you know, maybe 50, 60 orchestra players and then a conductor, and somehow we all sing the note at the same time, and then if he just changes his hands a little bit, we all somehow know at the same time to get quieter or get slower, and it's kind of like this really cool energy that we all share, and you can feel it sometimes. And the same thing from the audience, we really feel their energy, and it can help us to just really enjoy it even more.
I've come to know these people really well. I love them. I love working with them. I love trying to get them ready to perform with a professional orchestra, because we are not a professional choir. I mean, we're not paid. We're totally volunteer, but yet we sing with a professional orchestra, and so that's a challenge. How do you get these 110 mostly amateur singers to the level where they, you know, they can compete with that orchestra and be truly a part of it? And so it's sometimes a challenge, but that's what I enjoy.
It feels good to be with other people. I mean, all of us come from different backgrounds, which I think is awesome. I mean, right now I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I homeschool my kids and teach some private vocal lessons on the side too. And so that's sort of where I come from, but there's people that do all sorts of cool stuff, and we all come together and we all sing the same thing, and it's just kind of magical.
We're all technically amateurs. We're volunteers. You know, we're not getting paid for this. We're taking time out of our busy lives to do this because it's that important. If it's something you like, that you care about, do it. You know, that's all that matters. It does make an impact, and it makes an impact on the audience to hear that incredible music.